Onyx. I think Onyx, we've talked about time and time again, is one of those characters who like does really well in twos, gets nerfed. People are like, oh, I'm not going to play it anymore, and then does really well in twos again.
Yep. Yeah, everything that they try to nerf about this legend just doesn't seem to stick in 2v2s. It'll maybe squelch some 1v1 gameplay, but the 2v2 Onyx players out there, they like to play this legend. They like the gauntlets, they like the cannon, they like the signature kit.
On the other side, we got the Ulgrim, and it's going to be Flower on the Kaya, still carrying that bow, but obviously we know Kaya a little bit more known in the 2 space just because that signature kit is so useful.
Oh, okay, nice
touch.
save. Even while his teammate was in sweat beads, his teammate's going to fall. That's a tough start for this one. Seabass and Flower, it's going to be a full wipe for Marckiemoo and Futurebubble.
Yeah, and it's been really good on the side of Marckiemoo and Futurebubble because you're seeing like a lot of times it's Marckiemoo passing over to Futurebubble and Futurebubble getting that pickup. So they're getting a lot of extra damage when they're getting that back and forth.
A little bit of team damage coming out there. I think Futurebubble wanted to follow up onto Flower, but he just misplaced that nair just a little bit. A little bit of growing pains so far early on in this set. Dude, look at the follow-up, just ready. Marckiemoo's ready to do that off stage. He's ready to burn his dodge for it too.
That was so sick. I'm a little surprised Marckiemoo decided to pull out. He got the grab to cancel downlight, could have gone for a true combo, but I think he was just, you know, being aware of the fact that there's still 2 red team members out there. Nice, Ensid got both.
Yeah, he may not want to blow it this early. Maybe once he feels a little bit more comfortable in this set. Beautiful KO from Futurebubble. Marckiemoo coming in. And Flower's just going to end up falling after that. This is not a good start to the game for Flower and Seabass. It's looking like we're going to go into game 2 1-0 in favor of Marckiemoo and Futurebubble, and they're going to need to like figure something out here before this game is over, because right now they're kind of getting bodied. They haven't been able to KO Futurebubble or Marckiemoo until finally getting this stock. There's the D-Sig, not enough. Low strength Kaya all the way from the wrong side of the stage. A little bit of a delayed egg drop on that, the slowest egg drop I've ever seen in my entire life, but maybe that delay was exactly what he needed to find the stock.
It was a pretty tricky edge guard though. He did the weapon toss into the wall really low.
Yeah, I like it.
And then got that pickup for the dare. So it was clean, and it was enough to at least get the stocks and deny the 6 stock, but still. Ooh, Seabass almost got taken out on the left side.
I am seeing the red team really start to work together a lot more now towards the end of this game. We're seeing a lot of like 1-hit, 2-hit follow-ups. No like major 2v1 combos, but I don't think that's really, the opportunity hasn't presented himself yet for that to be an option. But like they're ready with that, but then here's Futurebubble with the interruption as well. Here comes Marckiemoo with the ground pound. Great delay on that side air. That was a bird dodge. The turnaround. Seabass is going to go off stage. No, they're moving over towards Futurebubble.
Oh, and Marckiemoo comes up, gets that haymaker, ends up taking out Flower. That was an opportunity there for the red team to take down Marckiemoo, but they opted for the quick power play as Marckiemoo was trying to come back onto the stage. Tough decision to make, and in that moment, they still got some info, and that's the most important part because it was almost a 6 stock. Yeah,
they were starting to do a lot better towards the end of that game, but man, look at the damage that Futurebubble was able to do. It was 614 compared to the 397 of Marckiemoo. So Futurebubble, again, dude, this weekend, the Kayas are different this weekend. They're like, oh, you're calling me a support legend? Here, let me just go 600 plus damage. Let me go 700 plus damage. Let me get all of the KOs. Like, let me just go crazy. I'm going to show you, I'll show you what support means, brother. Support with a capital S.
You know how to get a lot of damage? 125% SIG accuracy.
Whoa.
He was hitting multiple people with his signatures enough that he is above 100% accuracy with his signatures.
Seabass finally getting over to the weapon. We're seeing Seabass come in with this Onyx. On these gauntlets, he did hit the down air, but Marckiemoo was able to get back, not take anything after that. No dribble coming out, no neutral air, no GC in light, anything like that. There's the side light. Marckiemoo backs out. Yeah, I feel like Marckiemoo showing a lot of restraint here. From like the string that we saw him pull out of in last game, and then now like all of these side lights where he's then just backing up and not really committing into anything right after that. I think we're seeing a restrained Marckiemoo so far.
Futurebubble eats the weapon toss. He's going to fall on the left side. Marckiemoo in a little bit of an awkward spot here.
Nice.
Yeah, going to get taken out. Oh, team combo.
What do they got here? Are they going to drop it? Okay. GC inlight and the recovery afterward. That's a huge amount of damage. That's like basically 100 damage that they put out so quickly onto Futurebubble, and then all of a sudden Marckiemoo came back in, so Flower had to decide to end that combo right there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was nice in the damage department. I think Flower would have liked that to be a gravity cancel and SIG just for the bigger damage dump, but still, they got a good lead here going into these second stocks.
Flower and Marckiemoo over on the edge. Seabass actually backing up from that. Flower still was spending a lot of time on the edge. He doesn't seem totally afraid of Marckiemoo on the edge. We haven't seen too much from Marckiemoo on the edge, period, so far this game.
I feel like we haven't seen much of Marckiemoo, period, at all, just because the red team has been taking him out. Finally, he gets that downlight nair, downlight side air on the side of Futurebubble. Will even up the stock count, but they are in the red.
Seabass. just teed up that gravity cancel down heavy. I don't know if he had foresight on that or what, or if he just has the reaction time of a legend here. Another little combo coming out onto Futurebubble this time, doing quite a bit of damage here. See if Marckiemoo can hold on to the second stock with all the defense that Onyx brings to the table.
I feel like that Seabass disco on the respawn was just like throughout the AoE. Nice pick up there on Marckiemoo's side. Getting things a little bit closer. Seabass the only one still sitting on that second stock.
Flower's able to come in, grab the weapon. A little bit of a slowdown here, complete split. Everybody in their own 1v1s. Here comes Marckiemoo in the side light. Seabass follows right behind him with a recovery. No major hits so far. Oh, that was so close. Does Seabass get the turnaround here? There's the save. The neutral air follow-up off of the save. Oh, I thought we were going to get the ground pound on a Marckiemoo right as he came into the wall.
Yeah, red team, a little bit of wire crossing there. You saw them in position for the double coverage, but they both covered the same spot, which let Marckiemoo get underneath and get that wall touch.
Neutral air juggling Seabass. There's a neutral air now. Okay, nice little two-piece. A little bit of an interruption, though. Stopping Seabass from going any further, putting more damage on a Marckiemoo.
Set up.
Great follow-up. Do the spot dodge right after that as well to worry about the incoming punish.
Yeah, he saw Flower coming down there. Spot dodged, but it means that Seabass still survives.
It's 3 stocks to 2. Everybody's in red. Hopefully they can get this stock off of Seabass, then turn their sights on the Flower, take him out of the game. That might be the pacing here. Flower over on the wall. The instant recovery comes out. Futurebubble getting bold here. The weapon toss hits him too, and he was stuck by it, and in comes the teammate. Oh my gosh.
That was Flower being the red flag waving in the wind, and both bulls chased after it. Didn't notice Seabass coming in, immediately catches both of them from behind. Great pickup, and that's going to even things up.
Yes, hopefully, I don't think we're going to get a slow-mo on that. There's the D-Sig coming in. Here's the weapon toss. He dodges through, then gets hit by it. I was looking at that weapon toss, too. Yep. I think everybody probably was. And then here comes Seabass.
Great pickup on the side of the red team. And now we're going into game number 3. Changing up the map, we're going to Demon Island.
What a huge clutch moment from Seabass. I swear, he moved through the murky depths like a shark there, not just a friendly Seabass.
I mean, like, he respawned faster than everyone else has ever respawned. Like, he was Hercules with that golden string that they could not cut.
He was a man on a mission. The side light's going to end up hitting a member of the blue team and a member of the red team. Sliding in with that signature as well from Futurebubble. That's going to miss. There's a side light neutral air. Dude, Flower's spot dodges. I'm loving him so much to deal with the incoming blue team member.
Marky got that nair for the chase dodge up, still has that wall touch. He took a lot of damage, but he's going to eat the side sig for the KO. Futurebubble, I love the dodge in, trying to hit that nair for the KO, but not enough damage on Seabass.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't get the KO with the neutral signature. I thought there was enough damage after that. Again, the D-Light picking up 2 people. One he does want to pick up, one he does not want to pick up, so he's going to completely disengage from that again. Not just going to autopilot and put the damage on his teammate. Ooh, the movement from Flower to get away from incoming Seabass, and also the spear toss from Futurebubble.
Also a great pickup on Seabass's part, because Marckiemoo has been doing a lot of this bunny hopping, which happens a lot in the 2 space. He was able to get Marckiemoo while he was sweating for a little bit. Nice, the down air actually keeping Flower alive. Both red team members still sitting on that first stock.
Nice little neutral right there. Flower's definitely put out some serious team damage this game, but so far, like, it hasn't mattered too much in terms of stock loss. He finally lost his first stock. Seabass still on it. Again, it took a minute and a half for both of them to lose their first stocks. Marckiemoo might be losing his second here very quickly, and there it is.
Yeah, just that spear recovery. Marckiemoo, he's just getting caught time and time again, pinballed around the map.
There's the in-light coming out, the neutral air just barely missing another neutral air, trying to prevent any landing from Futurebubble. The side air alongside the stage. Dude, Seabass is going left, right. He's going all over. He's showing us a tour of Demon Island. Powered by the mighty blast from his cannon. Nice weapon toss. And the second. Oh, he's going to lose that stock because of the weapon toss?
Yep, the weapon toss stuffed his recovery. The stars came out, and Marckiemoo was too low. You saw Futurebubble go down, tried to get the recovery. He knows it's over.
Done.
3 stocks to 1. We're going to the next game.
This is some serious momentum on the side of Flower and Seabass. They're now up 2-1. Look at their damage numbers. Low damage across the board because they just didn't have to find that much damage. There's the weapon toss. There's another weapon toss. Yep, gonna bonk on the head. Here comes Futurebubble. He's attempting maybe the potential save, but he sees Seabass coming in, so he turns around, goes for the bow recovery. That's gonna whiff. The falling side air, a little bit of team damage here. That moves him over at the perfect time so he can find the GCD light off of that. Huge work coming out from this red team. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, this is big, and now we're seeing a swap on the side of the blue team. Marckiemoo still not giving you the Rayman you want, but instead gonna pick up his axe at the very least. So now we've got an Olgrim to go into game number 4, hoping this is the thing that'll get him to a game 5.
I'm stoked that we're potentially getting some dex changes coming in that have been announced on office hours, because like everybody in this game is 3 decks except for Marckiemoo, who is 2 decks.
Yeah, because you don't need it in 2s.
you really don't. Marckiemoo coming in with this Olgrim. What has he got on the Lance? I'm looking forward to it. Still no Rayman. Don't know why he just lied.
Well, it's interesting. The Olgrim, I think, kind of carries over in the sense that like you don't have, well, you do have Axe Cannon with Zol, but if you don't want Zol in 2s, because most people don't, then you at least have the same kind of principle of like fly around the map with your rocket tool.
There's the down air. CV chooses the recovery. No, he was going to hold on to that. He was worried about potential spear down air coming in from Flower, completely interrupting that. Red team regrouping. Flower's going to disarm himself with a weapon toss, but he picks up the bow quickly. Here's the recovery. Great spot dodge from Marckiemoo. Flower's coming in with the D-Light, and that little bit of pause in the air was long enough to keep Marckiemoo above that D-Light. Probably would have been a recovery right after. There's the neutral light. Another neutral light back the other direction. Still not enough damage to KO these members of the blue team. I think one more neutral light probably will do it for either one.
Great patience on the side of Seabass there. Caught Marckiemoo dodging, ends up picking it up on Futurebubble as well. Seabass, man, got to give him so much credit. He's playing out of his mind this set.
Yeah, he's doing so well. His gauntlets are great. His cannon's great. Now he's swapping over to the cannon. We're going to get some of that gameplay this game. Here's the down air into the turnaround side air. He does get a little bit punished right after whiffing that side air, but still has his first stock. Same thing goes for Flower. Just barely missing that D-Sig from Futurebubble. All right, Marckiemoo, I need this Olgrim to get active, man. Show me why you chose this legend. Show me either on the axe or on the lance. Show me why you picked this.
Okay, jump down air. He will at least get a stock, and you see both blue team members really patient, not pushing that advantage against Flower. They still get the pickup with that side air.
Yeah, Marckiemoo knows how damaged he is. He can put a Lance player in a really bad spot, then he starts queuing up that recovery, and then here comes a weapon tosser, any single move to interrupt that recovery, and all of a sudden he went from having half of his stock left to having none of his stock left. Sidelight neutral air, see if he can jump around, maybe neutral air a little bit more for 18 damage apiece. Dude, Flower's just going after Futurebubble, and Marckiemoo's doing nothing.
He's so scared. He knows he's been getting taken out so early. I think his mental's a little damaged as the side stick comes out, but a great interrupt. It's going to keep Marckiemoo alive for a little longer.
He's over here, goes in with the ground pound. He was trying to find a clip like Hideaway did when he was playing on the pre-show earlier, where he was just throwing out ground pounds, taking stocks left and right. Interruption on the down heavy.
Okay, it's going to be Seabass who gets the pickup, down light into the Nair. Neutral light, Marckiemoo's charging it up, gets over the weapon toss, and Futurebubble's there to protect.
Seabass coming in. They want to put, it seems like he's really focused on Futurebubble. I don't know if he just wants to play it like the weapon advantage, given that Futurebubble's disarmed, because Marckiemoo's the one way more damage. Maybe he's just trusting Flower to take care of him.
Or it's just kind of that classic logic of like, you know what, Marckiemoo's really damaged, all the hits are going to launch him, so might as well try to add up damage onto Futurebubble. But they do manage to get the KO onto Flower. Even final stocks here, Marckiemoo very damaged in comparison to Seabass.
The fact that they haven't KO'd Marckiemoo is blowing my mind at this point.
Ooh,
Seabass is going to completely disengage too. No ground pound coming in, no weapon toss, nothing. Flower and Futurebubble going at it in the air. He's able to land, throws out a side air onto Seabass. They finally get Marckiemoo out of here.
Futurebubble, got to be patient, got to survive here. Nice neutral air, knocks away Seabass, side air, not going to catch him. Recovery will, final stocks here. Can blue team get the game 5?
Marckiemoo choosing to swap back over to the Lance.
That's what he wants.
I'm going to be really curious what his numbers are at the end of this game. Sidelight down air, goes for the falling neutral air. There's an air. Nice side air grabbing both members of the red team. Both of them caught jumping there. Sidelight neutral air. Went for the neutral air follow-up after. No true combo option off of that sidelight neutral air.
Oh, man, I'm worried for Futurebubble, though. He's getting more and more damaged here. It's going to leave Marckiemoo in the 1v2. Futurebubble currently unarmed, eats the recovery. Yep, Seabass caught him, and it's all left to Marckiemoo. Can he get that game 5 for the blue team?
He has some damage to play with. Could he get juggled here? There's another neutral air. He did touch.
Okay.
Side air, back and forth.
Keep him split. Oh, recovery not going to hit. A little bit risky. Ground pound connects. 1v1. Over to the axe for the 1v1. Falling there, not going to hit, but a side sig.
Why was Flower over on the wall in the first place? I don't know why he was doing that. And Seabass was up on the main stage to the left of Marckiemoo, and that's going to be the game. Marckiemoo's Ulgrim somehow pulling it out. He did 621 damage, so whatever he was doing, I wasn't seeing it. 6 KOs, 621 damage. Holy smokes.
He swapped to the Ulgrim because he wanted the Lance. 459 damage put out. 72% of that game
what is Flower
was
doing
him
here?
on the Lance.
What was Flower doing
It's because he
there?
hit Flower with the side air. Flower went really far. He's like, oh, I'm really damaged. Let me try to play safe and let Seabass take point. But he just didn't expect Marckiemoo to commit like that.
That was crazy.
Game 5.
It was almost like he wanted to bait Marckiemoo over to the wall so that he could go for an edge guard, maybe feeling confident in the edge guard against the Lance.
Well, either way, Marckiemoo manages to clutch, get us that Game 5 situation. Which team is going to continue on? This is still elimination side.
Nice inlight into the nair and the follow-up after. Okay, side light neutral air coming out from Marckiemoo, then the jump side air, swapping targets from Seabass onto Flower, another neutral air hitting Flower, a little bit of team damage, but then he goes back in on the red team. Great side air, reads the jump with another side air, but Seabass stayed low enough to avoid it.
Yeah, I think Marckiemoo's gone for that a couple of times now. I think the red team, if they're paying attention, might recognize, you know what, don't jump after eating one side air, because Marckiemoo's usually looking for that second one.
Now look for the second one without jumping, or go for the down air, and you might have something after that. Love that side air turnaround side light coming out from Marckiemoo, just completely shutting Flower away from that. Neutral Sigs coming out as well. Side light neutral air, great follow-up from Futurebubble. Another recovery as well, not enough to take off the top.
Futurebubble, first one to fall. You see red team running away, didn't want to get caught by that side signature. Lots of people in the red right now. Flower still unarmed, ends up hitting his teammate, and it's Futurebubble who comes over, hits that side air.
They're going to get that stock off of Flower, see if they can turn around and get it on his Seabass.
Oh.
Holy cow! Beautiful cannon
Goes
combo
low.
after getting the dodge.
Futurebubble taking a lot of damage there. They still can't take out Seabass. It's a neutral light, and it's not enough.
Marckiemoo, what's he setting up for? Oh, just went for the turnaround neutral light, and that was enough. You could see him setting up for something. I didn't know exactly what it was, whether he was waiting for a D-Sig, potentially turning around a neutral signature, but no, it's just the simple neutral light. There's the recovery coming out from Flower to finish that stock off of Marckiemoo. Futurebubble just kind of jumping around. He did throw out a nair, took no damage while Marckiemoo was respawning back in.
Futurebubble trying to be careful here. Marckiemoo on the respawn, no weapons around. There it is in the middle. Flower gonna throw it away.
Futurebubble still without a weapon. He's going to be looking for the next weapon spawn coming in. Here it is. It's the spear. Nice down air coming out from Seabass. There's a side light. A little bit of interruption from Flower, but a great spot dodge after. Again, Flower sees the enemy team incoming, whether he hits one of them or hits his own teammate, and he's ready for the spot dodge to avoid the damage right after. He's done it so many times.
Seabass with a nice punish as Marckiemoo did get the hit onto Flower. Futurebubble really just trying to find any situation where he can dive in there, get that single hit. Gets a side light, backs away, but Marckiemoo eats a punish.
D-Light Nair. Oh,
missed it.
I think he picked up the D-Light in just a weird angle, so he couldn't get the simple dare right after, or neutral air, excuse me, right after that to get the second KO on a Futurebubble. There it is, side light, side air.
Yeah, Futurebubble knew he was pretty damaged, tried to go for the risky play with that gravity cancel side signature. Blue team's in trouble. Can they take out one of these red team members? Start to bring things back. Futurebubble sweat beating the neutral air. Does he have enough? Yes, just enough, but Marckiemoo, he's got to be careful. There's too much damage on Futurebubble and Marckiemoo.
Seabass didn't have enough coverage to find the gravity cancel breakdance. They're going to split the red team, get the stock off of one. See if they can get the stock off of Flower here as Seabass is spawning back in. He's back in, but the weapon gets snaked out right from under him. Can they find a big team combo here to maybe bring this back in their favor? Seabass has a weapon, Flower's back in. Nice side light down air, picking up on two people, but Marckiemoo's out. It's all up to Futurebubble here, and he's gonna get shut down there. And what a set between these two teams. I'm so impressed by Flower and Seabass. I'm almost speechless by what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like Seabass is not often in the discussion for like 2v2 players in North America. Seabass has been around for a while. We're aware of his existence, but to see him come out here in the 2 space and do so